Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM22. It's career mode. This is episode 59. Cadel Evans Great Ocean Road Race. Not a big one for us on the calendar, so we're going straight to the end here. And as not a big one, uh, we really have not brought an A team to this one at all. In fact, we only have one sprinter in Mickles present. McKellar, kind of a lead out guy, just about good enough as a lead out guy anyway. And and then that's it. Also, really poor race day conditions through most of the team, as Bausch is now done and never even got us to the front. Down to 6.7 kilometers here. So Chergai is going to end up taking over sooner than expected, as Arietta on a -5 at least is able to get us forward a little bit better than Bausch was able to. But he is done now too. And we're going to move on to Chergai now. We have four guys left. Mickles on a -1, so even the sprinter we do have isn't looking so great today. But with under 5K to go, it's definitely time to push on and gel up for the rest of these guys. And Chergai, I think 99 from here on out, try to get us forward. 3K to go. Let's get him to sprint. As a non-sprinter, I don't think these guys are going to hurt McKellar and Mickles too much. Ponemar's got a little bit more acceleration, 2K out now. That's weird that McKellar still has his gel, even though I already clicked on all of them, but sure, okay. 100 meters to go, and you can see we're nowhere near, nowhere near the top sprinters. McKellar's going to finish a little bit higher. It will be a top 10, but that's all. Merlier, I think he's in 80-80 with the sprint, so we were not much of a match for him. And nowhere along here did things particularly go well, especially with the undulation part. And like Mickles is a definite non-climber.
The tail enders are still coming in.
Actually, we didn't even crack the top 10. McKellar only got 12th. Ouch. Well, win some, lose some. On to the next. It's sad that the timing is, well, now, but Krantz, with his expiring contract this year, has just jumped into the 5.5-star category. We have his mountain, looks like maxed out. Looks like he may have one more time trial point. Maybe one more mountain point based on this evaluation, but according to the web, he seems to be just about there now. And we still have him set as a climber, but maybe if we set stage racer, he can get that time trial point that he needs for his next level. But yeah, so Krantz now 5.5, 82 mountain. This guy just came onto the scene at the end of last season, and he's turned right around and leveled up yet again, and he's flown. I mean, he's flown from barely a support guy to, yeah, this is a Grand Tour leader. This is absolutely a Grand Tour leader, and presumably will be our Giro leader, as we'll set him up for that one. I clearly could use a little more punch, but 75 is not bad. Time trialing at 75 is quite tolerable. It's quite okay, especially when you throw in an 82 mountain and a 79 stamina. I like our chances of getting on the podium. I don't know if we're quite yet, winner territory with Krantz, but we'll have a go. 75 recovery should just about get him through that. We're going to have to carefully plan his schedule in the lead up. Good downhill, good acceleration. He's got a lot of things going for him. The UAE tour is nearly upon us, but unfortunately we just dropped two riders. Same race, probably same crash. Bausch and Vermark. We got a fractured kneecap and a fractured hand. You would hope that neither one will be out terribly long, but you can see either way, we're going at least to the later end of March, and possibly well be end of March for Vermark. And a fractured hand is keeping Bausch out until May. I know that you're not as effective, but how many people have had casts on their hands on a bike in a professional race? You see it on a pretty regular basis. It affects your grip for sure, but usually they find a way to get through that one. They're not as effective. You know, it would carry like a minor injury type thing, but that's rough. That's a bit rough that they're missing. They're going to miss that long. And of course, leave some vacancies that I'll have to fill. It's Antalya that they were both out of. We do have somebody sitting in second place in that one, as we was that the final day or have 1 day left of it. Meanwhile, the other race, Tour of Provence, we got 4 guys in the top 8 in that one in the final standings, and picked up a stage win or 2. And that's kind of where we're at this season. A lot of these Continental races now, even with the quick sim, is leading to a lot of results for the team. Right now, you know, we're still crushing those world rankings, but there's only been a couple of World Tour races so far. But we do have a healthy advantage in the Super Prestige, and nine victories on the season already. Stage 1, UAE Tour. Krantz is the only one who is fairly good when it comes to time trialing, and he will lead us out of the box. I've got us set to a 90 right up front, and Krantz, a little better than everybody else, does a little bit of damage, but we'll see how everybody else fares once they start taking over and take their turns. Everybody else is roughly a 68 to 71. A lot of negative race day conditions. Chergai looking pretty good today, as he's got a +5, but other than that, nothing but negatives for the team. 0 positives outside of Chergai. So the other guys will not be quite as powerful here with just 13k to go. But we do seem to, at a 90 here, be, you know, just about handling the tempo. You can see Panamar, as he peels off, has just a little bit left. So yes, I'm kind of liking where we're at with a 90 effort. 7th, 19 seconds down. It's, you know, it's not great on that first time check. In fact, it's about middle, but it's still very much within range of all the way up to about 3rd. So that's good. But you can see, you know, there's still that mix of guys that are just barely hanging on here. Garzon's already done. He needs to be peeling off. I think we're losing a little bit of ground with him on the front. And here comes Krantz, and he's going to be putting foot down. I know Chergai can hang on, but who else? Panamar can hang on. Martinez can hang on. This is where we may drop some riders. For now, everybody's still there. I think from Vashek on, well, he's not going to have anything left. Panamar on. We're going to push to a 92. The reason why we don't push harder with, like, Chergai is he's too strong for the other guys. We just don't have enough strength in the team. We've got to keep a balanced time here. 1k to go. Vashek, go ahead and drop to the back. And let Panamar push, pull. That last little. 8th place, 44 seconds down. It's not a great time by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a competitive time. It is a competitive time. It's certainly up there. I mean, you look at, it's 40 seconds down for Bike Exchange, and we're a minute 10. I mean, it's a half minute further behind where you'd want to be, but it's certainly far from last. Not that far from last, but it's better than last. Time trialing is a big weakness for us. But that is going to be the UAE Tour starting from the back foot. Can we make up that ground in the stages to come? Stage 3, first of the 3 climbing stages that we have. 2 of them are classified punchy, 1 mountain stage. One of the punchy stages, there's nothing to it. It's not complicated, it's not tricky. I'm not worried about it. I don't think there's going to be time gaps. So really there's only 2 opportunities to claw back time, to split the field, to divide the field. So with us over a minute down, I could focus on stage wins, but we're getting plenty of those. I think deservedly so want to test the team. I want to see where we're at. So where normally on climbs such as this, I would just protect the riders and hang on to the end and aim for the stage and probably be competitive with it. With 10K to go on the stage, 7.7 average, and a max of 13.8. I'm just curious to see really where this team is at. We've got our two best climbers here. We've got our best support climber and Garzon, who looks pretty good too, with a 77 and a 75 in the stamina department. Even Chergai looks good, and you're seeing already with 8K to go a group that is putting that foot down and trying to attack. So Vashek, who's leading us out, he's already handled the first 3 kilometers, and outside of Van Gils, nothing's happened. And we've got all these guys that didn't have to be involved in an attack a moment ago and are looking pretty good. So Vashek, let's push even harder. 6K to go. Whole team behind you. Right now, I'm liking our chances here.
The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway.
Let's go ahead and gel for Chergai. Now he is, hurting everybody, because Vashek is not a bad climber by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, his average is 75. 90's, dead even. So that's a 75. Pushing at 90 effort. I mean, that's a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace up front. Let's go a little bit harder with Vashek here, as the red bar has gone inside 4K. Let's get on to Panamar. Let's get Garzon as well, and I think we'll go a little bit into that hill rating. And we have split the field. The 7 of us have gone clear. Had gone clear. Vashek's about to lose contact. And then it's 6. Can we keep this gap? Panamar's already gone through his red bar. I'm tempted to kind of keep going. It's already inside 3K. Gonzalez gel, Martinez gel, and Krantz gel. Okay, it is back together. The gap we opened is gone, but it's 2K to go to the finish. Red bar gone. Push on a little bit longer. Garzon is chasing. We got 3 guys left. 1.9. Gonzalez. Okay, here they come. Gonzalez. Open it up, bud. Gonzalez. We want to sprint? No. Let's just go 97. The attacker is McNulty. And Gonzalez has given us a good lead out. We have just 5 riders now. That's my 4th. Well, don't think that's really the case, is it? Kron. Well, there's kind of a gap there. My 3 guys plus Kron and McNulty. Continue at a 95. He's got just that little bit left. Garzon needs to try to get forward on his own with what he's got left. .900 meters. Martinez attack. And Krantz attack. Let's go. Get in there. Get that victory. Krantz first, McNulty second, Martinez third. That'll help that position in the standings. Will they give us a time gap? It's classified punchy stage. Mountain stage, you definitely have it. Here, it's all kind of spread out through that first, 10 guys. The first time gap is all the way down at 87th place, even though there was a minute from first to about 13th. That's okay. Used to seeing that. Very, very accustomed to it by now. We do gain 10 and 4, which doesn't do much to change things, but riders were dropped. So in terms of our placement, we're still not even in the top 50. Final punchy stage looks like this. I don't expect there to be much in terms of time gaps. We are just about punchy enough. We may be able to get another stage victory, but I don't think that's necessarily our strong suit. By the way, it's a hill from here to here. You can just see that behind the face cam. I'm not going to move it just for that, but stage 6. This is the decisive stage. It is a 18 kilometer 5% climb. So it's 8 kilometers longer, but it's not as steep as the one we just had. So it's going to be fairly similar in nature. And after the success of the one we just had, we might as well try our luck again and see how we do on that. With the mount classification, you're more likely to see time gaps. You're more likely to see a little separation at the end. And we'll see if we can move up the order. At least get another stage, or, wind up in the top 10 or something. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.